Our starter in this one, Valente Beozo. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA, and you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out, and not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
There's a swing and a drive. And it is gone. The first batter of the game leaves the yard. Just like that, they move in front. It's 1-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Well, we see this so much more today. Lineups with pop in the leadoff spot, and it really puts the pitcher in a tough spot out there where he has to execute right away. You can't just get over a couple of strikes to settle in, get comfortable, because at the plate, that guy's looking to do exactly what he just did. Start the game off with a huge bang.
And that's downstairs and outside.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
The wind of the pitch. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Sanchez makes the play, and there's one away. Here's a Mets lineup now. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
And now 2 balls and a strike. Right through there for a strike. 1 out, base is empty. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And it looks like trouble. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. That was exactly what you're looking to do with the pitch away, especially in that situation. Drive it into the opposite field gap. He got himself 2 bags on a great swing of the bat.
1 out. Runner at second. Brandon Nimmo digs in now. The 1-1. Hit on the ground to the right side. To first. Now 2 out. And now it's Mark Vientos. That's down and in.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss.
And that one gets away at the plate. Play at the plate. They limit the damage here. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Lone Depot Park. And on the hill, David Peterson. Chris, a sub-3 ERA for him a year ago.
Well, when your numbers are coming in under 3 as a starting pitcher that's going out there every 4th or 5th day, taking the ball, competing against really good big league hitters, it's extremely impressive. And you wonder what he figured out last year that he can carry into this season that can help him to maintain that number or even drop it lower. We'll see, but we know he's got good stuff, and he should be really good in this one today.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Hauls it in for the out. 2 away now.
Going to have a little more discipline in future at bats. That pitch looked good, but you can't hit it. It was just too high in the zone. You usually see a swing and miss or weak contact in the infield.
That's a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. So now here's the DH, Connor Norby. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Here's the center fielder, Jesus Sanchez.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in. For whatever reasons, this is a hitter that performs better in night games. We'll see what he brings in this one.
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Makes the grab, and that is the inning. And a pair, they're down 1-0. Second inning set to go. Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos. That's a little bit low. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Jeff McNeil stands in. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Going back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Thought that was a no-doubter. Like the wind was holding that in this ballpark.
And stepping in for New York, Francisco Alvarez. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. Strike in there. Throw there. Safe.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job at controlling the running game. And that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment. Our players are going to be running all game.
Ed Drummond behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Maybe one of the most respected umpires around the league.
He's not the kind of umpire that you're likely to notice back there. And that can be a huge compliment, really. So if you're just kind of quietly doing your job, staying consistent with your calls, hitters, pitchers, managers, even fans, they're all going to appreciate you. Ed Drummond, he's that kind of umpire.
Here's Jesse Winker. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. That one ripped. It bangs off the wall. The run comes in to score from second, and they lead by 2.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
And now it's Jose Siri. Shortened a bunt and missed it. Now 1-2. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Now this one gets away from the catcher. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Even with a good secondary lead, sometimes it's hard to see just how far that ball's gotten away from the catcher. And if you can make it to third base pretty much standing up, well, that time he seemed to have a pretty good read.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. And on the play, a run will come in to score.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
So the lineup flips over. So up next for New York, Francisco Lindor. Runner on the go. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. The run scores all the way from first, and it's 4-0.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change. So the Marlins go with a new arm, Cal Quantrill.
And he comes on here for the first time this season, and I'm sure there's some nerves involved in that, so we'll see how he settles in.
Here's Juan Soto, and a base hit. coming home. The throw in. And he's in there as a run scores.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
So runner at second, 2 down. Here's Pete Alonso. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Throws to second. Tag, and he's out. Try to get back, and that will end the inning.
Well, the big no-no right there, even though it was a bang-bang play, we always remember you do not make the third out at third base. They just ran themselves.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Marlins, Graham Pauley. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good job to fight that one off.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Catcher has it, fires to first. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout. Davison de los Santos, the next up for the Marlins. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Now a screamer into the outfield. Lunging, but can't bring it in. And up next for Miami, Agustin Ramirez. 1-1 now. He swings and fouls one off. De Los Santos, the base runner at first with 1 out. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Man, he got a real good pitch to hit right there with 2 strikes. You cannot miss that. Not a great slider at all. And I tell you what, that's where you've got to do damage. He looked like he was on time getting the bat through the zone, but he just caught air.
2 outs. And a swing and a miss. That K is his 3rd of the game. 1 left for Miami. Back here in Miami, here's Brandon Nimmo.
Brandon Nimmo.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. Here goes the runner. Swing and a miss. Throw, and they got him.
Now, I got to admit, I'm kind of shocked he got caught stealing right there because of how big the lead was over at first base. Catcher doesn't throw very well either, but for whatever reasons, things came together, and they got the out at second. Really impressive job, I'd say.
Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Here's a 2-2. Runner on the move. Line drive. Caught. Throw behind the runner. They got him doubled off. So it's no runs, 2 hits. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Swings through that one.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
That one gets down for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, those kind of lucky soft hits will always make you smile. Kind of just punched it out there the other way. Didn't hit it real hard, but he got just enough of it to dunk it behind the infield. And I tell you what, you'll take those every day you can get them.
On the ground, a short, could be two. One at second. Over to Alonso. Double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched fourth. Start of the fourth. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. Up the middle, Edwards on the run, sends it over to first. Nicely done for the out. Jesse Winker up now for the Mets. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. And now here is Jose Siri. Slings to first, and the bunt doesn't work out.
There was a time where that sac bunt was just ho-hum, very basic, but is increasingly difficult as it's become to get bunts down in the big leagues. Nice job right there.
Smoked on the ground, a second. Tosses to first. Lindor retired. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go, bottom 4. And at the plate for Miami, Connor Norby. Next offering is outside. And foul ball. Swing, and he breaks his bat. Reaching for it, makes the catch.
Now batting.
Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. Ground ball, left side. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Ground ball right side. Tosses to first. Marlins set down in order. Nothing doing. Ready now for the 5th inning. Juan Soto now.
I thought this was a fun note on Soto. In 2023, he hit home runs in Mexico, Canada, and the U.S. I don't think it matters where Soto plays. He's going to hit home runs everywhere he goes.
On the ground right side. On to first. One up, one down.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Pulled down the line. This one hammered, but it's foul.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair.
Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Myers under it. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Mark Vientos getting ready to hit. 2 outs. That one outside. 2-1.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Out to short. They take the force out, and that is that. Mets. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the fifth. And now the first baseman, Davison de los Santos. Ball to strike. The pitch. Just missed.
You know, these Marlins just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
That one not close. And now 3-2. Can't glove it cleanly. Save. It was never going to be easy after the misplay.
Leadoff man aboard on the error, and that puts your pitcher in a little bit of a tough spot right away to start the inning. Not where you want to be. So we'll see if he's able to work.
Slides, but he can't come up with it. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out. Dane Myers, the next up for the Marlins. To short, could be two. Off balance speed, there's one. Over to Alonso, double play.
Nice soft hands on the backhand right there in the 6th hole. Starts the double play. It's not an easy throw, but he puts it on the money. Really good job to get that double play started.
Otto Lopez will hit next. Here's a 1-1. And a foul ball. Here's a 1-2. Stays alive. De Los Santos at third with 2 away.
Ball 2.
In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate.
You don't want to run yourself out of an inning, so it's got to clearly get far enough away from the catcher. If you're the runner at third, think about scoring.
And down on strikes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Now it's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil. Hard ground ball, base knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Lopez. They put the tag on him. Now to first, and it's a double play. 2 down, bases empty. Jesse Winker now at the plate. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. No runs. Back here in Miami, bottom of the 6th. And now for the Marlins, Griffin Conine. And a rope into center field, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Really stayed true on that swing. It wasn't an easy pitch. Lefty on lefty. Pitch was a little down, a little bit away, but he committed to it. And his shoulders stayed square to the plate. Didn't try to pull off that ball at all. And that's why it jumped off the bat.
That one down the line, and that's just foul.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hard the order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
In the dirt, but kept close. To second for 1, and it's over his head. Payoff pitch. Bounce to the left side. Vientos throws to second for one. Over to Alonso. Double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
2 outs, base is empty. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Connor Norby. And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. A new arm into the game, the righty, Clay Holmes.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp.
Zips it to first. That's the inning. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Declan Cronin.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
He's a bullpen arm that keeps the ball in the ballpark, but obviously out of the bullpen, you're looking to limit home runs.
Yeah, and that's why he's such a high leverage arm. Just doesn't matter for him. He looks at attacking the zone and attacking hitters regardless of the situation.
Timeout asked for and given at the plate now. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still fires to first, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. And now it's Frankie Lindor. Line drive, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And now it's Juan Soto. Check on the runner. Lindor back in there. Lindor on the move. Swing and a miss.
1 ball.
Safe at second with a stolen base.
Clearly not content with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead in today's game, and now they've got a good chance of adding on.
Runner goes again. Pitch in the dirt. Wide throw, and it gets away. He'll score easily. It's 6-0.
That one really hurts. You're already down in the game, and that error puts you even further behind. Just can't let it compound from here, though. You got to flush it, get ready for the next one, make a play, get back in the dugout.
1 out, base is empty, and a run in here in the top half of inning number 7. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move.
Now pitching for the
Runner on at first with 1 gone. And next for the Mets, Pete Alonso. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Man at first, 1 away. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And 2 away now. Here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Soto leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Fouled off left side. Ripped on the ground to second. 3rd out.
He's out.
This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Here comes A.J. Minter to the mound.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Man at first, nobody out. And here is Graham Pauley. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. You also had the pleasure of going over and hitting and taking back. It's in and out of his glove. Gets off a throw. He beats the throw, and they don't get an out on the play.
This lefty matchup thing's not going so well.
And up next for Miami, Davison De Los Santos. First and second here, no outs.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it, still try to get that ground ball double play. Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Just missed. That clips the corner. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. This one ready to begin the 8th. Here's the third baseman, Mark Vientos. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And the next pitch is way outside. That's to third. Zips it across. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. And now here's Jeff McNeil. Lifted in the air out to left. Myers drops into the glove. 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. And here is Francisco Alvarez. Right side. And that's the 3rd out. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Here's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. That one hit the knees for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next offering is downstairs. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Now here is Griffin Conant. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. 1 down, base is empty. Slice the other way, that's a base hit. So up next, Xavier Edwards. Next offering is fouled back. Conant over at first with 1 away. Hit in the air, center field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. That's out number 2. Stepping in, Connor Norby. Here's a swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. And now the center fielder, Jesus Sanchez. And that one fouled off. 2 on, 2 outs. Outside corner, got him looking. Marlins strand a pair. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Anthony Bender. This is his 3rd time out this year. And now the Mets DH, Jesse Winker. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. Man at first, Jose Siri up now for the Mets. And that one ripped into right, and that's a fair ball. Winker on his way to 3rd. And he's got a double.
He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Now up to hit, Francisco Lindor. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Gone! He doinks it off the foul pole. Another homer. He's done it again. His 2nd homer of the game. And they boost their lead. It's 9-0. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. Off the bat, it looked like it had plenty of distance, but there was just no telling if it was going to stay fair. I mean, he really hooked that thing down the right field line, but
Jesus Tinoco will take over here. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. Juan Soto up now for the Mets. And that drops in for a strike. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up. Well, an error like that, you look at the scoreboard and you kind of wonder if they are losing focus out there. And look, it can be tough to stay locked in when you're getting blown out. We've all been there. And I'm not saying that's definitely what happened on this play, but it's not a great look.
Soto gets his lead at first with nobody out. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. Throw back in quickly. 1st and 2nd now with nobody out.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
That one is absolutely belted. Out of here. That's one way to quiet the crowd. 2nd home run of the inning for him. It's 12-0.
Well, that one won't stay below the radar. That made a lot of noise. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Seth Martinez gets the ball now. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. And that one just missed off the outside edge. The big 6th spot already on the board this inning here at the top of the 9th. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. Let's see if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Next offering misses down and away. Three and two. The pitch is outside, and ball 4. Jeff McNeil up now for the Mets. My partner, known for being a touch hacktastic. All right, you walked 130 times.
Oh my goodness!
In your career,
I can't even believe. I can't. I win.
130
when did that
times.
happen?
Yeah.
I
safe at second.
You know, sometimes it takes a reliever a little time to get comfortable with the mound out there, especially when they come in trying to be nasty with every pitch they throw. Not exactly what they were looking for when they called him in, though. We'll see if he can settle down.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Myers sizing this one up, puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. Inside. Now 2 balls and a strike. Runner at second here, 1 gone. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And there's a fly ball deep right field. High bounce takes it over the fence for an automatic double. And a run comes in to score.
He puts a great swing on that pitch and drives home the run, and that was always going to be a double, but the bounce over the wall just took the guesswork out of it right away. It was a nice swing.
Next offering is down low. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
2-2 count.
Up the middle, dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and he reaches safely. One away, runners at first and third. Jose Siri up now for the Mets. Grounder might be 2. Here's Edwards for 1. Return throw to first, got him. Double play, and that'll do it. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was. And we're back. Now the third baseman, Graham Pauley. And here comes the Mets manager. New pitcher on now, Danny Young, in the game for the first time this season. To the right side, McNeil throws to first in time, and they get the leadoff man in the 9th. And at the plate for Miami, Davison De Los Santos. Outside, 2-1. Went with the sweeper, but it misses. It's off his shoulder, eats him up. Now it's the Marlins catcher, Agustin Ramirez. Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 2 away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
They're down to their final strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
This could end it. Got him! And that's the ball game.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. Never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
Final score in this one, 13-0. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.